taking routes where you don't actually have to do things that you have to do. Let me explain. Hey guys, y'all know the vibes, OD Vibes and Me Too Live. Hey. Welcome to my channel if y'all are new. And yeah, welcome back if you're not. Today, I'm going to be dropping literal gems or diamonds because, you know, these gems that I'm about to drop are literally key essential things that I think that everybody should just know, learn, understand, and literally implement into their life. Because yeah, just like a diamond, this is how you shine. These gems are literally gems that I've implemented into my daily life throughout the years when it comes to my goals, and just all around has made me more of a all-around person. So yeah, okay. So first tip is literally going to be creating a schedule, have a calendar or an agenda. Literally my key to transformation of changing your life. I literally run on my calendar. If it's not on my calendar, it doesn't exist. And that's the truth. I've said this plenty of times on my podcast. I've probably said it so many times on other YouTube videos. And just people in my real life know that 100% everything goes in the calendar. I personally feel like having a calendar definitely helps me, you know, be less disoriented. And I feel like having a calendar and, you know, creating a schedule in a sense also just helps me like plan ahead. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, what I really like to do is make like an ideal week in a sense. And what that means is like, I literally input in my calendar things that like I do on a regular. And by doing that, it almost helps me create boundaries, because it's kind of like when I am planning ahead for things, I know like, oh, this time in my schedule is already blocked because I already like, in a sense, have it put together in my ideal week. It's 2023. I don't understand why no one's using a calendar. Literally Google Calendar, my best friend. I literally put everything in there. I'm literally the type of person, whatever today's day is, I'm literally writing down like everything that I'm going to do in that day, or everything I'm going to do in that week, or just, you know what I mean? Because that just helps, you know, give me reminders of like things that I'm planning to do, and just, you know, just helps me to, in a sense, step into creating a routine and a habit. For instance, if you know that you go to the gym every day at 7 a.m. in your calendar, you should have, you know, like a time block set that says gym at 7 a.m. Or in your agenda that, you know, like a paper agenda. I'm still a person, I still, you know, I got my agenda and I write down everything I'm gonna do for the week. And if I know on Tuesdays I'm going to the gym, it's going to be in there type timing. So yeah, that's that. I definitely feel like everyone, you know, that's the base route, should have a calendar. And I also feel like it helps, you know, you set boundaries, because then like people who come at you and they're disorganized, you could be like, I can't do it because I'm busy at this time. And I know I'm busy because when I look at my calendar says I'm unavailable. So yeah, you don't have to reschedule. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Next tip, which kind of is in conjunction to why like having a calendar is so important, is literally just writing things down and journaling. So yeah, I love to write things down. Literally like everything needs to be just written down. And honestly, I write everything down so that I don't forget things, literally. And I've honestly been writing, I've always like loved to write, but now I literally know that if I don't write it down, the thought might disappear. And it might be a very, very important thought. So I write everything down. And I suggest you do it too. And I am a strong believer that it's better to like write your thoughts down and jot them out so that you can be able to like see your thoughts come to life. And it's almost like a form of like manifestation kind of, but that's another topic for another day, kind of. And I just feel like journaling is just like so therapeutic, and it's just overall in general just a healthy activity to do. And I just feel like it's just way better to write it down than to keep it in your head. So write it down, get a journal, and just write everything down. Write it down, write it down, write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Write it in your notes. Whatever comes to your head, write it down. Because sometimes you be coming up with the most greatest ideas, but it could surpass because you didn't write it down. So write it down. Get a journal and write it down. Period. Okay, so next tip is going to be sign up for subscriptions. Why I am a big fan of subscriptions is because subscriptions help me save time. That's the main thing. Subscriptions help me save time. Sometimes they help me save money. And another thing in life in general that helps, like, you know, people progress and you live a good life is consistency. And I feel like that is the main thing that subscriptions tend to do. And another thing also is just in general, subscriptions help you like from forgetting things that you need. So I would suggest putting things on subscription that you kind of buy routinely. Like, for instance, body wash, shampoo, conditioners, deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, any household essential stuff. Like, literally, it's 2023, you can go on Amazon, and Amazon has a subscription section. Like, I used to think, even perfume, like, literally, you can literally subscribe almost to anything. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's literally subscriptions to anything at this point. I don't want to say anything, but it's like for the most part. But subscriptions, literally, you know, and it just prevents you from even having to worry about running out of items. And I just feel like that's just so low vibrational. Just, you know what I mean? Toilet paper, put it on subscription. Whatever you can, put it on subscription, because it's kind of like you were going to buy it anyways. So I just feel like it's just more efficient to have it on a subscription, because now you're also using less brain power because you didn't have to think about buying it because you know it's already coming to you. And I just feel like that just saves you so much time to do something else. And I know some people be like, well, why would I pay like $3? Or like, why would I want to pay? Like, it's taking money out. Like, what if I don't need it? But you are going to need it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, next tip is going to be pay attention to the foods you eat. Like, literally pay attention to the foods you eat. I just feel like everything connects. You know what I mean? And just like how things, you know, sometimes like when you're physically hurting comes from the inside. Sometimes it's something on the inside. Like, for instance, if you are feeling really sad, you may tend to notice that all of a sudden your head starts hurting, your back starts hurting, because the root cause is because you're feeling sad. And it just all connects, just like how chakras connect, and just everything. It just all connects. So that also includes the foods that you eat. So yeah, you drink coffee, you all of a sudden gain this type of energy and just burst of awakeness because of the caffeine in it. So if coffee has the capability to boost your adrenaline to make you feel more awake, what makes you think that any of these other types of food doesn't have like an effect on your body, how you move, your brain, and all that? So my suggestion here is just really just eat good foods, eat whole foods. Not trying to say, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer and be like, oh, don't eat junk food, but like, don't eat junk food like 6 times a week. You know what I mean? Like, your body is your temple, so take care of it, and that includes eating well, drinking water, and yeah, you know, and it's just as simple as that. Like, certain foods literally are just not good for you and make it hard to sometimes just focus, while there are other foods and stuff like that that, you know, do help your body. And certain foods that you eat literally affect your brain, your heart, your skin, which all in all coincide and affect your productivity. So if you want to be more productive, I suggest you change the foods you eat. I'm just saying. Like, me personally, now, I don't want to be that vegan. I don't even know if I could really call myself vegan, because sometimes I be slipping up. I'm not perfect, but I've noticed, like, the less meat I eat, I feel good. But that's just me. Everyone's gonna be different now. You know what I mean? But what I can vouch for is that eating good, eating healthy, definitely has its benefits. So, yeah. Just pay attention to the foods you eat. Next tip is going to be delegate tasks. Delegate tasks can also be, you know, in a sense referred to having a personal assistant, or in a sense, taking routes where you don't actually have to do things that you have to do. Let me explain. For instance, in my business, I run a social media page. It's a social media theme page. I literally knew that for the theme page, I need to search up tasks. I need to search up facts, in a sense, to post on the page. I didn't want to do the research. Why I didn't want to do the research? Because it takes me time to research. Like, the research could probably take me anywhere from like 4 to 5 hours to research stuff and put it all together. So instead of me wasting 4 to 5 hours of my day, I paid someone to do it. And now I'm more efficient and I'm able to focus on other things, because that task that would take me quite some time to do is now done. Another example of this could literally be grocery shopping. I have an Instacart account. So instead of me having to go to the grocery store and grocery shop, I just order stuff off of Instacart, and somebody else is doing something that would take time out of my day for me. And now I have time to do other things. I just think it's so key and so essential to delegate tasks that you literally don't want to do, or just in general can be delegated, because then, you know, you have more time to just do something else. And yeah, like, literally, I'm just so grateful that I've realized that is literally the key in life a lot. And also why I feel it's so beneficial is because it also like makes me feel less stressed, because like, yeah, I'm like not stressing trying to complete certain things in a hustle bustle to a point where I may rush or just might not be to its full capability, when I'm like, oh, like, it's done. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to wait. Like, I'm just waiting for it to come in. I'm not waiting to do it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I feel like it helps me be less procrastinated, because I know, like, it's gonna get done, because it's getting done. And also, if you really think about it, it's like you're kind of helping the economy, and, you know, because you're creating a workforce, you know what I mean? Like, you're putting people to work, in a sense. You're creating jobs, so you're helping the economy. So, yeah. Help the world. Delegate tasks. The sixth tip that I'm going to give you guys is going to be learning to say no. Let me say it in Spanish for some people who didn't get it. Let me repeat myself. Learning to say Now, honestly, this has been really just like key essential, especially me as a person who, you know, my soul is very gentle, very kind, very welcoming. So, you know, people just always sometimes feel connected to my aura. So because of that, I used to be a person always trying to be there for people, always trying to, I don't know. But now, if I want to do something, I ain't doing it. If I don't want to be somewhere, I'm not there. And if I don't agree with something, I don't agree. And honestly, yeah, I'm just so blessed that like I've been able to take the initiative on understanding what I want, what my boundaries are, and yeah, it just has led me so far ahead in life, literally. And honestly, this is just such a key essential because sometimes literally learning to say no can literally protect you from so much things and bad situations that you just literally weren't supposed to be in. And also learning to say no just lowers my anxiety, just makes me feel like there's no pressure here because at the end of the day, I said no for a reason and I'm just gonna trust my intuition and just go with it. And most importantly, it just made me realize that like, I'm not missing out on anything. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like everything's just so divine, like everything's just God's plan. So yeah, there's nothing really I'm missing out on if I say no, because my legacy already exists. Your legacy already exists. So walk and believe in Rome like it does. And that's all what? Period. Okay. So this is the last and final tip, number 7. And it's going to be learning to take breaks, literally shut off and close. What I mean by that is literally sometimes you just gotta take a break. I know that may seem so, I don't want to say cliche. I don't even know if that's the right word, especially in this society that we're living in, the world where everything's moving so fast. Everyone's trying to hustle. Everyone's trying to get to the top. Everyone's trying to be America's Next Top Model or whatever. But I feel like some people are missing the most crucial part, which is like, sometimes you just gotta rest. Sometimes like after you make that post, you gotta log off, live in real life. You know what I mean? Sometimes like kind of connecting back to like saying no to things, like when someone's hitting you up like after hours and you're not open, you're closed. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like sometimes you have to rest and recharge, because when you aren't fully rested and recharged, your brain like low-key isn't really working correctly. You know what I mean? And so I feel like sometimes in order to make the best decisions, in order to make the best move, in order to be great, you kind of sometimes have to step back, rest, literally understand when it's time for business and it's time for play. So yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because I'm just a very big person on like, I do what I want. Like, fun fact, like, okay, city girls, I always like respected and like, you know, I always respected city girls in general, you know what I'm trying to say? But this is when I became a true fan. When the song Jobs came out, I don't work jobs, I am a job. I felt that. I felt that to my core. Because I don't work jobs, I am a job. Like, I am a job. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I just feel like true freedom, true luxury is being able to do what you want, whenever you want. You know what I'm trying to say? And living on Earth currently, we can't always do that. I get it. But I feel like do it as much as you can. You know what I mean? Like, a true boss literally knows when it's time to say, yeah, I'm on vacation. You know what I mean? Yeah, pretty much, honestly, those are my tips and just my ways in general of how I see as keys and essential ways to becoming, you know, more productive, or just in general tips to like elevate your life literally instantly. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys like this video, and if you guys have any other tips that you in a sense suggest, or if you literally over the past years have grown to, you know, incorporate some of the tips that I talked about in your life, I definitely want to hear your story. I definitely want to understand your side. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you'll have a great rest of your day. Drink some water. And yeah, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, good vibes.